Vast Insanity, the Pagans DLC, which is Control, and the Father's DLC, which is Collapse. To dive into those villains, easy peasy cookie mode.
Wow! Wow!
Hey everyone. So there's something else I want to cover on. So now that I'm completely finished with all of the Far Cry, the main story, all of the DLCs, there's something I want to kind of just like recap on, and it's like my opinion on the Vast Insanity, the Pagans DLC, which is Control, and the Father's DLC, which is Collapse. My opinion on all three of them. Do I recommend you check them out? 100%. All three of them are fantastic, and I do recommend you get the season pass of Far Cry 6 and check it out. An amazing game, amazing story, and the DLCs are fantastic to dive into those villains because they are super, super iconic, and it's worth checking out. There is some things that, like I said, I'm going to elaborate on. So let's take a look at the Vast Insanity trailer first.
Are you finally ready?
For those of you that are not familiar with the trailer.
No. Get the fuck out of my head.
Where the fuck am I?
That is fucking Jason, isn't it?
If you want to be mine, you'll have to kill him. Over and over and over.
Puppy likes this.
Hey, wait a minute. These are my fucking people.
This was the first
The
time
more you die,
I ever
the
met
stronger
Vast.
you become.
I had never played Far Cry 3,
Time am I gonna die?
but I was very curious on the DLC.
Fucking get it right.
When we ran the DLC, I was like, I need to know more about this villain. I need to understand him. And because of that, I played Far Cry 3. Because I needed to know more about him. And it was super, super fun for me. The one thing that I will say, Vast Insanity, the difficulty scaling, if I were to have to say, put it out of 10, right? So you have the hive levels.
I loved you, and you left me.
Okay, you have the hive levels, which are your difficulty scaling in the DLCs. So so hive mind, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 being like the hardest difficulty ever. Now, my issue, when you're playing Hive Mind 1, right? To me, that's easy mode. So you would think, in a way, that the DLC, it would be kind of easier, right? Especially if you're not familiar with this style of gameplay. Vast Insanity, the Hive Mind 1, the difficulty scaling was really, really hard, even in the beginning stages of it. I'm not bad at these types of games, but I think for Vast's Insanity, it took me 2 days to finish it, and I think I died 10 plus times, maybe more, in just Hive Mind 1. Like, I would grind and grind and grind, and I died. Like, I had a hard time with it, but it was super fun, and I still recommend it. So, like, I'm not saying don't check it out. Like, it's amazing. I'm just saying, like, difficulty scaling, I would say Vast Insanity would be like an 8 out of 10. That's my personal experience and my personal opinion. Obviously, if you think otherwise, that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? For me, it was an 8 out of 10, and that's in just your level 1 hive mind. Okay? Now we're gonna take a look at Pagan Mins DLC. So this is the second DLC for Far Cry 6. Again, I had never played Far Cry 4
there was a king and a goddess who fell
I'm
deeply in
super
love.
curious on his story. I just haven't
For
had
the
time
first
yet.
time
So
in
I
the king's
will be
life,
jumping into
he
Far
was
Cry
truly
4
happy.
eventually and checking it out. Right now I don't have time on my schedule.
Where am I?
Daddy,
Lakshmana?
Now, the
Is
DLC
that you?
they're
was
calling me the
fantastic.
Tarun Matara. They say I
I
can't
really liked
leave.
it.
I'm scared.
And like I said, it makes me very curious
Hold
on his
tight.
character. Compared to Vast's
One step
thing,
closer
in
to
Hive Mind 1, the
Too
difficulty
long, okay?
was toned down
I'm
quite
coming
a
to
bit.
get you, my love.
So I feel like in Hive Mind 1,
Daddy,
Pagan's DLC
Daddy.
was more like a 5. it was a lot easier. Like, it was still tricky at certain parts, but it was toned down a lot. Like, so I'm gonna give it about a 5 on this one. I think I died 3 times in this DLC for this one. Still super, super fun. Again, I recommend checking it out, especially if you're curious on the villain. Like I said, whenever I do have time, I will go and play Far Cry 4 once I get time to do it, because I am very, very curious on his character. I just need to find time. But definitely check out the DLC. It's fantastic. Now we're entering to the final DLC, which is Joseph Seed's Collapse. This is the one that I was the most excited for. Far Cry 5 was the one game that got me interested in Far Cry.
Wake up.
There was something about
Lord,
the
where am
father and the whole theme of the game that pulled me in. I was never interested in Far Cry before,
This is our promised land.
but Far Cry 5
You
is
knew
what
was
pulled me.
coming,
So
and you
I was
saved the only person who
really
mattered.
excited for this
You.
DLC.
Everything
And I
you
feel like-
touch gets poisoned.
Either I was
This is how
too
I cleanse
hyped
my
and
sin.
came out very disappointed,
I
or
will
just
restore this place.
they
After all
half-assed.
you've done, you
I
think
don't
you
like
still
saying
deserve
it because I
peace?
understand
You
people work
can't
really,
wash
really
away
hard on
these
the game.
sins.
But when you
The only
compare
way to make it right is to
how
kill what I
impactful
created.
Vas's was,
I won't
how
let you
Pagan's
poison
got turned down a
anyone else.
tad, and then you get to the
Repenting
father's
means
DLC.
nothing when
And it's
everyone
like,
you hurt is
it
dead.
leaves me
They're
wondering
only doing what I taught them to
why
My flock,
they did
too
this.
far gone. Now you are a plague.
Again, my personal opinion and my personal experience, okay? So I'm just going back. There we go. Let's just stare into his eyes. So, difficulty scaling. Again, you have your hive mind level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? The Father's DLC. I beat it super fast. Well, fast enough because, I mean, I wanted to grind anyway, because I wanted to enjoy it as much as possible. I'm going to say this one was literally a 2. A 2 out of 10 in difficulty. The scaling was super, super easy. Yes, okay, some people might struggle with it, but when you compare Vas at like an 8, Pagan dropped down to a 5, and then you get to this one, and it's like, okay, wait, what happened here? Yes, I understand Hive Mind 1 is supposed to be easier, but when you think about the difficulty scaling of the others, and then you get to this one, and it's like, easy peasy cookie mode. And like, I just didn't understand why they toned it down so much on it. So again, maybe it's just, I was just too hyped and too excited because of this character that I set myself up for disappointment. I don't know. I still really enjoyed the DLC, and it's still fantastic, so do not get me wrong on that one. I think I wasn't expecting it to be that simplified, so it kind of upset me. I expected it to be along the same levels of trickiness as the others, but to me it wasn't. Story-wise, it's still an amazing DLC, and like I said, get the season pass, check out Far Cry 6, check out the DLCs, they are fantastic. If you haven't played any of them, I definitely recommend you check them out. Far Cry 5, I do want to replay it again. I don't know again when we're going to do it because scheduling-wise, but I would love to jump back into Far Cry 5 again and check it out. It's one of my favorite Far Cries. And like I said, it's the game that literally pulled me into the franchise. And I can't believe how long I missed out on all of this because of how amazing this is. Yeah. I'm not used to really like talking about these things like this, but yeah. Let me know if you guys have, if you check out my YouTube, check out my Far Cry 6 playthrough playlist. All of the DLCs are in that playlist if you are curious to see like my full gameplays of it. Far Cry 3 has its own playlist, so if you want to see my entire gameplay of Far Cry 3, it's all there on my YouTube channel. 4 will be uploaded, well, once I get around to playing it, and 5 will get uploaded again, the same thing. Once I get around to actually playing it again, it'll all go there. So if you are interested in checking out my content, head on over to my YouTube, give it some love, hit that subscribe, it'd be awesome. We got tons of stuff coming. what I kind of want to do also is when we get games finished, kind of like give you a little bit of a review on it, my personal opinion on it, that kind of thing. But yeah, check out Far Cry 6. It's amazing. Check out the DLCs. Check out the Season Pass. If you're not sure on it, wait for it to go on sale. Do the things. Check out the other Far Cries. They are fantastic. And thank you guys very much for checking out the video. And I hope that it helped you guys out and that you guys enjoy the most iconic villains in Far Cry, Vaas, Pagan, and Joseph Seed. Bye!